Good evening. I am off work, headed to the gym, then the shooting range, or the shooting range, then the gym, my bad. But anyway, this topic is about black businesses and what happened to them in America. Though we still have a few black business still left, black-owned business, black-operated, nowhere near how it used to be. And some people might say, well, the white people, the white people like to blame the white people for everything, every problem we have in the black community. The white people destroyed black businesses. No, they didn't. What you mean, Big Ward? White people always, every time we try to do something in America, they come tear it up. The white people destroyed black businesses. That's why we don't have no black business like we used to. Not true, my friend. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay, now think back in America during Jim Crow and before then, like when America was really a racist country, when racism was really at an all-time high. Even back during the time of the Tulsa race riots with the Black Wall Street being, we all know about that story, right? So even then, when you had real racism, real bigotry going on, where it was like legal pretty much, they wasn't, no law wasn't being, they wasn't being prosecuted or anything, it's just free will to do what you want to do to black people. Even back then, we had more black businesses than we do now. Even when white people were burning down black businesses, bombing them, even then, we had more black businesses than we do now. Black businesses were everywhere in the black community. I grew up, every store I went to was black owned. Wasn't no white stores too. I mean, we went to a few of them. If you had no car, you just had to go. We had a black grocery store in my neighborhood, Rogers Grocery. Black groceries. I'm talking about the same stuff you go to Walmart and get. Fruit, vegetables, meat, washing powder, whatever you need, it was a black grocery store. Black owned everything when I grew up. What happened to them? I just told you, Big Water, it was the white folk. Now, well, if it was the white folks, why we had more back when Jim Crow was going on, back when we had the black and white water fountains, why you had more black businesses back then than you do now? When we couldn't even drink at the same water fountain as white people. I'm giving y'all time to think about it. If it's discrimination, and if it's white people that's keeping black businesses from thriving, why were black businesses thriving more when racism and discrimination was at an all-time high? Way worse than what it is now. Way worse, like 1,000 times worse back then. We couldn't drink at the same water fountains. We had to sit on the back of the bus. We couldn't sit at the front of the counter, at the counter in like restaurants and stuff. Had to come in through the back door. But we had way more black businesses and black business owners and thriving black people during that time than we do now. We had way more homeowners, black homeowners than we do now. Why is that? I'm glad you asked. What happened was, during the end of Jim Crow, when we were able to go to the same stores as white people, when we were able to drink at the same water fountain as white people, when we were able to spend our money in the same store white people spent their money in, black people, for some reason, thought white ice was colder than black ice. They thought the ice in the white store was colder than the ice in the black store. So to feel like somebody that we have arrived, black people started spending their money, taking it out of the black community. In the black store we've been shopping at all our lives, we took the money from the black community, the black stores, doing business with each other and took it to the white businesses. And as a result, we starved out our own businesses. Once again, we became our own worst enemy again. The white people didn't do that. All they did was say, all right, y'all can come shop in my store. Y'all can come shop at Kmart. Y'all can come shop at Dillard's. Y'all can come shop at Winn-Dixie. Y'all can come shop at Walmart. And when they did that, we stopped shopping at Rogers Grocery. Like, you know, basically it was a status or something. We able, like now with the clothing. Y'all will go out here and pay $1,000 for a pair of jeans just because of a white man name on them. And this ain't, and don't get me wrong, I ain't talking about white people. This ain't no down on white people video. I don't do that. I don't down anybody. I just state facts. Y'all will go spend $1,000 on a pair of jeans if it got a white man name on them. Take them same jeans, put a black man name on them, y'all won't buy them. Or if you buy them, you ain't gonna pay no $1,000 for them. So, during Jim Crow, when we couldn't go to the white stores, we couldn't spend our money at the Walmarts, wasn't a Walmart back then, but whatever the store was back then that were white on, the big white store, we couldn't spend our money there. So we fraternized our own stores, our own people. Our next door neighbor had a store. The man down the street had a store. Another man, a black man, had a laundromat. Another black man had a gas station. Get it? That's how black businesses thrive, because we were forced to do business with each other. So the moral of the story is, we wouldn't have did business with each other back then if we didn't have to. In other words, we were really hating on each other back then, but we ain't had no choice but to do business with each other. You gotta make a black man do business with another black man, or he ain't gonna do it. Cause he hate him. You gotta make a black man do business with another black man, or he ain't gonna do it. Jim Crow made black people do business with other black people, and we thrived. The black community was booming. The Harlem Renaissance. Just look how black people were doing back when we was, when the so-called white man had his foot on our neck. We were doing better then, financially, as a people. Crime in the black community, everything was better then. The more freedom we got, the worse we got. The more we hated each other, the worse we treated each other. I'm just stating facts, baby. Prove me wrong. For y'all who say I hate my own race and whatever, prove me wrong. When in all actuality, I love my race, but I love all people. But I don't like who don't like me. Who want me dead, I want you dead. But other than that, anybody that rock with me, I'm rocking with you. I don't care what color you is. Some of the worst bites I done got were from a black snake. So, take it for what it's worth. I'm speaking facts. I know I am. What happened to black businesses is black people. When we didn't have to shop in black stores anymore, we stopped. Couldn't wait to go to the white store. We marched. Dr. King, we should overcome. All them people, the civil rights workers, we fought. Got our heads busted. Fire hoses turned on us for the right to vote and to be able to shop in white people's stores. You know, freedom, as you call it, but freedom to do what? Because we was already able to go and come when we please, you know, besides every night we get lynched and stuff like that. You know, we had our problems. But I'm talking about black business right now. Not the overall all problems in America. I'm talking about what happened to the black business owner and why we ain't thriving like we used to. During Jim Crow, during discrimination and racism and bigotry in America when they would bomb your shit, burn you down, and nothing happened to them. We still had more than we got now, as far as business-wise. We did it. If it ain't white, it ain't right. That was our mindset. And it still is to this day. Still is to this day. If a black man build a car and try to sell it, y'all ain't gonna buy that son of a bitch. You're not. You're gonna think it ain't no good. Even though all these regular ass cars out here on the road that we driving right now were built by white people or Chinese, whatever. All these buckets, especially American made cars, are trash. Black folks ain't build those, but we still buying them. But if a black man build a car, as soon as the alternator go out, you're gonna say it was a piece of junk. That car ain't shit. Look at it. My alternator went out. When you know alternator gonna go out anyway, but because the black man made it, the whole car jumped. That was y'all do. So I'm just stating fact, baby. Some people ain't gonna like what I'm saying, but it's the truth. The reason the downfall of black business is because black people stopped doing business with black people when we were allowed to cross the tracks. Soon as they open them gates and say, bring y'all black ass on in here, we hauled ass over there. And we left our grandma's stores, granddad's stores, uncle's stores, we left all them. They starving for our business. Y'all, hey, my ice just as cold as here. We stopped buying grandpa ice and Mr. Prince from down the street and Alley Cat from around the corner and Kingfish. So I remember all them people names that owned stores when I grew up when I was a little boy. Alley Cat owned the pool hall on Davis Avenue. Kingfish owned a little grocery store and barbecue thing on Davis Avenue. I remember that. JB's was a hardware store on Davis Avenue. I think it was black owned, if I ain't mistaken. I know there was a lot of black folk working there. But anyway, y'all get the point. As soon as them white folk took them chains off our ass and said, y'all come on over here. We don't want your funk ass money, but hey, the law said we gotta take it. We hauled ass. Yep. And in the process of doing that, we starved out our own community. We took all the dollars out of our own community and took it somewhere where it wasn't wanted. And we ain't recovered to this day. Because we ain't going to recover because we still hate each other. As a matter of fact, we hate each other more now than we did then. So we damn sure ain't going to recover. I don't care what kind of black business you open right now. These jokers that black folk ain't support you. Y'all know what I'm talking about, black people. You know I ain't lying. So, to sum it up in a nutshell, a quick history lesson, that's what happened to black businesses in America. White ice is colder than black ice. A Coca-Cola or a root beer out of a white cooler tastes better than a Coca-Cola and a root beer out of a black cooler. In some of our minds. Bye.